Kim Jong-un, the supreme leader of North Korea, is one of the world's most enigmatic and controversial figures. His leadership has been marked by a combination of aggressive military policies, strategic diplomacy, and strict authoritarian rule. Here are 10 significant facts about Kim Jong-un that offer insight into his life, leadership, and global impact. 1. Rise to power. Kim Jong-un ascended to power in December 2011, following the death of his father, Kim Jong-il. Despite being relatively young and inexperienced compared to other senior officials in the regime, Kim was named the Great Successor and quickly consolidated power. He holds several titles, including Chairman of the Workers' Party of Korea and Supreme Commander of the Armed Forces. His rise was carefully orchestrated by the regime, with senior officials pledging loyalty to ensure a smooth transition. Kim's early speeches emphasized continuity with his father's policies, while projecting an image of strength and authority. In the initial years of his rule, Kim purged rivals and consolidated his position within the government and military. One of the most notable events was the execution of his uncle, Jang Song-taek, in 2013 on charges of treason and corruption. This move sent a strong message to potential dissenters and reaffirmed Kim's dominance over the regime. 2. Early life and education. Kim Jong-un was born on January 8, 1984, although some reports suggest the year might be 1983. His early life remains shrouded in secrecy, but it is widely believed that he attended school in Switzerland under an assumed name. Described by classmates as shy and reserved, he reportedly enjoyed playing basketball and developed a keen interest in Western culture during his time abroad. These experiences likely shaped his understanding of global affairs and his perception of Western powers. Kim's education was not limited to formal schooling. Back in North Korea, he received rigorous ideological training, preparing him for leadership. This included studying the works of his grandfather, Kim Il-sung, the founder of North Korea, and familiarizing himself with the country's military strategies and governance. 3. Family legacy. Kim Jong-un is the third member of the Kim dynasty to lead North Korea, following his grandfather, Kim Il-sung, and his father, Kim Jong-il. His mother, Ko Young-hway, was one of Kim Jong-il's consorts and is often referred to in North Korean propaganda as the respected mother or the mother of the revolution. The Kim family's legacy is deeply ingrained in North Korea's identity, with state propaganda portraying them as almost divine figures. The dynasty's longevity is attributed to its ability to adapt to changing circumstances while maintaining an iron grip on power. Kim Jong-un has continued this tradition by blending his predecessor's policies with his own approach, ensuring the family's dominance remains unchallenged. 4th. Expansion of the nuclear program. Under Kim Jong-un's leadership, North Korea has significantly advanced its nuclear weapons program. The country has conducted numerous nuclear tests and ballistic missile launches, claiming the development of intercontinental ballistic missiles, ICBMs, capable of reaching the United States. These actions have drawn widespread international condemnation and led to stricter sanctions. Kim views the nuclear program as a cornerstone of his regime's survival. By achieving nuclear capabilities, North Korea aims to deter external threats and strengthen its bargaining position on the global stage. The regime's rhetoric often frames these developments as a necessary defense against perceived hostility from the United States and its allies. 5. Diplomatic engagements. Despite his aggressive stance on military issues, Kim Jong-un has engaged in unprecedented diplomatic efforts. He held historic summits with U.S. President Donald Trump in 2018 and 2019, marking the first-ever meetings between a North Korean leader and a sitting U.S. president. These meetings, held in Singapore and Vietnam, were accompanied by much fanfare, but yielded limited substantive progress. Kim also met with South Korean President Moon Jae-in multiple times, raising hopes for peace on the Korean peninsula. Their meetings, which included a symbolic crossing of the Demilitarized Zone, DMZ, were seen as a significant step toward reconciliation. However, progress has since stalled, with both sides blaming each other for the lack of follow-through on agreements. 6. Cult of personality. Like his predecessors, Kim Jong-un is the subject of an intense cult of personality within North Korea. State media portrays him as a near-mythical figure, often emphasizing his supposed wisdom, strength, and devotion to the people. Propaganda frequently highlights his visits to factories, farms, and military installations, showcasing his role as a hands-on leader. The regime's control over information ensures that dissenting voices are silenced, and the population is exposed to a constant stream of praise for Kim's leadership. Portraits of Kim and his predecessors adorn public spaces, and citizens are required to show reverence to their images. 7. Economic policies and challenges. While military development remains a priority, Kim Jong-un has also emphasized economic modernization. He has launched initiatives to improve infrastructure, tourism, and agriculture. Notable projects include the construction of modern residential complexes in Pyongyang and the development of tourist destinations like the Wonsan-Kalma coastal area. However, these efforts have been undermined by international sanctions, natural disasters, and North Korea's self-imposed isolation during the COVID-19 pandemic. The pandemic's impact on trade with China, North Korea's main economic partner, further exacerbated the country's economic woes. Reports of food shortages and hardships among the population have surfaced, although the regime denies these claims. 8. Health speculations. Kim Jong-un's health has been a subject of global speculation. In 2020, his extended absence from public appearances sparked rumors about his well-being. Observers have noted his fluctuating weight and lifestyle choices, which might contribute to potential health issues. Despite this, he continues to maintain a strong grip on power. In recent years, Kim has made efforts to appear more active and engaged in state affairs. His physical transformations, often highlighted by state media, are interpreted as attempts to project an image of vitality and strength. 9. Personal interests. Kim Jong-un is reportedly a fan of basketball, particularly the NBA. He has expressed admiration for former Chicago Bulls player Dennis Rodman, who has visited North Korea multiple times as Kim's guest. These visits have sparked curiosity and controversy, highlighting the stark contrast between Kim's personal interests and his regime's isolationist policies. Kim's interest in Western entertainment and culture extends to other areas, such as music and cinema. However, these influences are carefully curated within North Korea to ensure they align with the regime's ideological goals. 10th, human rights record. Kim Jong-un's rule has been marked by severe human rights abuses. International organizations and defectors report widespread violations, including political prison camps, public executions, and strict control over information and movement. The United Nations has repeatedly condemned these practices, but North Korea denies any wrongdoing. Under Kim's leadership, the regime has intensified its surveillance and control mechanisms, using technology to monitor citizens and suppress dissent. Despite international criticism, the regime shows no signs of reforming its human rights practices. Conclusion: Kim Jong-un remains a polarizing figure on the global stage. His leadership combines aggressive militarism, strategic diplomacy, and tight control over North Korea's society. While his regime continues to face significant challenges, including economic isolation and international sanctions, Kim's ability to consolidate power and command attention worldwide underscores his influence. Understanding these key aspects of his life and leadership offers a glimpse into the complexities of one of the most secretive and controversial regimes in modern history. By examining his policies, personal background, and the broader context of his rule, we gain insight into the challenges and dynamics that define North Korea today.